A recent study showed that 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and of those, 40% is making more than $100,000 per year. But you might be thinking, wow, that's insane. How is anyone living paycheck to paycheck on 6 figures? That's so much money. Well, let me show you how easy it is to blow through a 6-figure income. I'm a product designer at a tech company. I make $130,000 a year, and I'm sad to admit that I'm one of those Americans. We're going through my spending, so hold on tight. Grab a cold beverage and prepare to lose all respect for me. We're gonna walk through my bank statements in the month of August, and we're gonna go through everything, all of my spending, what I spend on my mortgage, my car payment, my power bill, groceries, gas, babysitters. I'm stressed and a little embarrassed. I hate this stuff. I avoid looking at all finances. I actually, while I was doing this, I realized that I've been unknowingly paying for Skillshare for the last 23 months, 20 bucks a month. It's almost $500. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Okay, with all the setup out of the way, let's break down my total income. Was actually $129,000, not $130,000, which is crazy. I was asking for $130,000, like a bump up to $130 for the longest time. Eventually they came to me and they're like, we got you close. We got you $129,000. Like, why? It's the weirdest thing. I should say that I recently did get a new job that came with a pay bump, so things aren't nearly as tight anymore, but $100,000 just ain't what it used to be. Am I right? My gross pay per paycheck is $4,961.55, but we're actually gonna do 2 pay periods, or about 1 month, just so there's more stuff to look at. So we'll bump that up to $9,923.01. But before I see any of that money hit my account, I pay $1,852.78 in taxes, and there's $280 in pre-tax deductions, which includes health insurance and dental. And then I pay $1,190.78 in 401k contribution, which was 12% of my income, and the company would match up to 6%. So that was an extra $594 to my 401k, which if I need $1 million when I turn 59 and a half, then I have failed in a big way. A 401k kind of feels like you're betting on yourself to fail, but it is a good way to kind of pay yourself first. There's a concept in one of those books like Richest Man in Babylon, or one of those finance books, that says that you should pay yourself 10% of your income first, like pay yourself. So I see the 401k as that kind of thing. And I guess with the 401k, I'm not technically paycheck to paycheck then, because I'm like putting that money away. Anyway, what's hitting my account is $3,300 per paycheck, or $6,600 per month. We're just gonna go through the things that I think you would find the most interesting, starting with this stuff on the top. So paycheck, $3,299. These are the 2 paychecks for the 2 pay periods. And then this first big one, $2,253.03. That's our mortgage. So that's our biggest expense in the month. Just for some quick context, this is my house. I'm married. I have a wife, 2 kids, ages 4 and 2. We drive a Passat and a 4Runner. We actually don't have a car payment because we paid both of these off while I was working the 2 remote jobs. And we've got a little pup named Lucy. Say hello, Luce. You're a good doggy. I live in Utah. Check out those beautiful Utah mountains. Let's actually switch to categories. This is still ordered by biggest to smallest. So you can see paycheck is in there, mortgage, Venmo payments. I'm not exactly sure what all these Venmo payments are. Several of these are to babysitters. So we have a babysitter that comes every week, and we pay her, I think it's like $40 to $60 every week, which is totally worth it. If you have young kids, take a little bit of time away from the kids, just be with you and your spouse. Some of this other stuff is like random spending. So I went mountain biking with my brother and I rented a bike. I probably should have pulled the credits out and only shown the money that's going out of our account, but whatever. Our utilities is $510 per month. This is our power bill, $258, which is a lot. And it's because it's a summer month, like August, it's always going to be higher because we're just cranking that AC. This one, the $150 is for water and garbage and that kind of stuff. Then this is for our internet, $76, and then $24 for our energy bill. My wife really didn't want me to walk through all this stuff. I feel like this is very private. I feel very vulnerable right now, but I honestly don't care. I think it's better to like show this stuff, to talk about it. I don't care if you guys see how much I'm freaking spending on power or how much money I'm making at my company. I think this is like, it's better to get it out in the open so we can all kind of like learn what's possible and what other people are spending on stuff. Dentist for $243.77. So I've talked about this on the channel before, but I have fake teeth. I got hit by a car on my road bike when I was 16 years old. So smashed all my teeth out. Recently had some dental work where they had to replace one of the crowns, $243 for one of those visits in August. Our groceries are $892. They kind of fluctuate between $800 and $1,000, right around there. Eating out, We're so bad. We're so bad at this. We eat out way too much. $782 eating out. And this is for 4 people. I mean, 2 adults and then 2 kids. But we could definitely cut some cost in eating out. I never know, like, what's normal. Like, what do you guys spend on eating out every month? I'm so curious. Like, comment below if you know how much you spend on groceries, if you know how much you spend on eating out. I would be very curious. Clothing and shopping for $600. Financial advisor, $150 we're just kind of like putting away into this long-term savings account. Our insurance is $195 total, so you got $113 for home and auto, and then life insurance we're paying $54 and $27. So I think 54 is for my life insurance, and then my wife's is $27 a month. This is for our phones. This is for Spotify, Epidemic Sound, Disney Plus, Hulu, so $150 a month. For gas and fuel is $467.97, $283 in just random shopping, and then this is also just random spending. You got post office on there, Walgreens, travel. So in the month of August, we actually took our family to Disneyland, so $357. So I don't know if I should really like count this in my regular spending, but you can see Disneyland Resort, Pooh Corner, Bing Bongs in Anaheim, Tiki Juice Bar, all the best places in Disneyland. There are other things that are obviously missing from this, like we paid for the Disneyland tickets and booked the hotel and other kind of stuff that we booked before this month. So this is just for the month of August. Then the rest of them, parking, returns, books. Yeah, not super important. Okay. So our total spending for those 2 pay periods was $8,010.14. We do have other sources of income, like I do freelance design work, and I have a chunk of savings still from like when I did the 2 jobs thing, and I make some money from YouTube. I could go into more detail on that if you're interested. I'm actually surprised at how much I'm making because I'm pretty new to the platform, small audience, not a ton of views, but making more than I would think. So if you want, go ahead and guess below in the comments how much you think I'm making from YouTube. And if anyone gets it exactly right, then I will give you my ad revenue for the month of August. How about that? So that's what our spending to income was looking like back in August. And like I said, I've got a new job, so I'm making more money now. But we're really trying to be more disciplined about spending now, even with the higher income, because I always feel like I've painted myself into a corner with bills and lifestyle where I feel like I have to make a certain amount of money or we're just not gonna survive. But going through and seeing like what I actually am spending money on, I'm realizing how much of my spending is not necessary. It's wild how things can slowly build up over time and become the new norm. That's it for the video. Please like this video so the YouTube gods will see me.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
So they recommend this video to other people that would benefit from seeing it. Bye.